Welcome in, Lucid. Thank you for the good luck to the runners. I think they're both going to need it because it's going to be spicy.
Yeah, definitely a hard-fought battle for either player. Nobody's going to walk in here and be like, oh man, I just got to show up and play. Like, you got to go hard. You got to go fast. And I'm excited to see what happens in Sand Kingdom. I know it's not so new anymore. I've seen it a couple times in races already, but it's definitely a big question mark. Is anybody going to go for Quicksand? I'm going to call it Quicksand because that's the best name.
It is a pretty good name. I mean, I don't really think I have a definitive name that I've been calling it, so that's fine with me.
Epic. Of course, Cap Kingdom being the most exciting kingdom in the game. Leads are won and lost in this kingdom. I can't remember the first or the last time that a race has been pretty much synced up past the topper fight, but maybe we'll see it today. Maybe we'll be treated. Dude, oh my gosh, everybody can see my broken internet on the stream. Can you see that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, everyone's badges is just people left.
Yeah, this is
on-screen
this
chat.
is what I've been dealing with. I don't know, my internet, like, knock on wood, is stable, but it just won't load certain things. Like Twitch emotes, just completely out the window. Badges, they're gone. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, both players cruising through the frog room here. Strav taking an early lead.
Yeah, a lead in Cap, though, it's, you know...
It's nice.
It never really announced to anything.
It's nice to have.
I mean, I won't deny that, you know, in a race like this one, every single second is going to count. So, you know, where your competitor makes a mistake or you get a strategy or a little bit of a lead, that's definitely going to be helpful in a pairing like this.
Yeah, luckily my monsoon of rain outside my window has stopped, so you guys don't get the rain ASMR. Might be a downside, honestly. Rain is kind of comfy, but...
That's true, rain is comfy.
Both these players going to be heading into Cascade here. A nice little deluge of the waterfall. Fortunately, not having to do any fun times with the water, not having to head over there and do FMS or anything like that, but... I don't know, maybe. What if we saw like a 1.0 race? That'd be kind of interesting. Maybe we should do that. That'd be fun.
That would be interesting. However, not many players choose to use 1.0. And the majority of people who do have 1.0 use it for either low cap, like low captures percentages, or they use it for modding purposes. Like they play a modded version of the game like Superstar mode.
Someone needs to call Snoll right now. Get Snoll on the phone. I hear that dude uses 1.0.
He does.
Alright, Dino skip for both players. No DSS nonsense from either gamer. I can understand it. DSS a little bit risky. We've barely seen DSS in the league, which is kind of crazy considering how common it used to be in these high-level races.
Well, DSS is a very common trick. It's one of those tricks that runners typically only go for in personal best. High-level runners can be fairly consistent at it, but even missing it, usually they can save time if they get it by the second try. But if they don't, then it can be a big time loss. So...
yeah, for sure.
There's the risk versus benefits type of scenario.
Yeah, the opportunity to absolutely maul and lose like 30 seconds to a minute on DSS is entirely there, so I don't blame players for avoiding it. I will expect 2 chest clips out of these players, though. I do believe both these players go for chest clip in their races on the regular.
That's a reasonable assumption. Chest clip is not one that will lose you huge amounts of time, but it's also not a trick that really saves you that much. It looks so flashy and cool. but it really saves like less than a second. Both got it. Strav's maybe 1 to 2 seconds ahead right now, but they've both played very cleanly throughout Cap and Cascade. None of them have made any big mistakes. They've all just went through the kingdom, got the moons they needed, got the heck out as clean as they could.
Very true.
It's not really much for me to criticize right now. Yeah, it looks like about a 2-second Cascade exit difference. Now coming into Sand, this is where things could change. There are a couple of tricks involved in here, depending on whether or not they do the new Sand clip, reverse Jaxie, you know, and even just complex movement throughout the kingdom could make things different.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what kind of moves we're going to get here, what kind of routing, as Stravos pulls into town first, grabs that nut, throws it in the pot. Of course, both racers going for reverse town.
That's to be expected. Both of them, you know, very top of the leaderboards. So reverse town is kind of a necessity at their level.
Yeah, I saw Speed was adding reverse town in on Twitter, which is pretty poggers. I'm so hyped for Speed to get sub hour. Like,
same.
I'm very excited. Also, Menace Monk, thank you for the raid with a party of 7 trillion viewers. That is so cool. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome in, everybody.
Hello, Raiders. You got a great race to watch. This is gonna be pretty hype, not gonna lie. As you can already see, we are very close, about a 1 to 2 seconds difference. Jambo having a little trouble finding that moon there.
Yeah, that is rough. Not the end of the world, but I mean, you are going up against Stravos, so those little time losses do count for something, as Strav has grabbed the Archway Moon quite a bit ahead.
Yeah, that did cost Jambo a couple of seconds. You know, in the grand scheme of things, we'll see, you know, what kind of a difference it makes. But like you mentioned, Strav is notoriously consistent, especially in races, so you're gonna have to, you know, be on your game if you wanna beat him.
Yeah, and looks like Strav is going to be going for the platform clip route. Jambo opting to just go for the vanilla tried and true methods here. So we'll be getting a little bit of a showcase of the differences. I mean, they're pretty close starting out with this routing, but see if Strav pulls a little bit further ahead here. Everything goes cleanly.
Yeah, so right now it'll be a little bit different to tell who's ahead until we get to the end.
Yeah.
Of the kingdom. Because different routes, meaning that even if they're at technically the same place, they can have different moon counts and different movement ahead of them.
Yeah, so Strav going to be heading back here to the area where this moon has spawned. Going to be glitching out of bounds, using the platform, collecting a couple moons. It's quite an interesting new route. Jambo obviously going for the old school route, doing reverse Jaxie, and then heading over to the Oasis, which Strav will be able to skip here, getting pushed out of bounds by the platform. Very nice stuff.
Looking good so far. He needs to stay out of bounds here.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Good dive into the Sphinx room. He did not grab any coins, so he's gonna need to go for all the kin arts that he normally does. Gonna yeet that sheep out of the way.
I'm so glad that sheep eating is back at any %. You have no idea.
I even have a yeeting sheep emote. I'll show you.
No, you won't show me.
Well, I just posted it.
I can't see it.
True.
I would love to. I would love to
That's
see the
true.
eating sheet emoji. All right, so Strav with a pretty healthy lead here, exiting Sand Kingdom. Looking at like a decent pace as well. But we are
Very
headed
good pace.
to the kingdom where runs go to die in early game, which is... excuse me, I totally forgot League exists. I'm just like ready for
Were
Wooded
you gonna
already.
say Wooded or?
Yeah. No, late kingdom. The kingdom where runs go to die. Late clip's just too scary. Late clip is kind of a big deal, right? Like, I mean, if you go for it and you end up missing it, it's a pretty chunky time loss. It's not like massive or anything, but something
I
you don't
mean,
really think
depends
about.
on how you miss it. I mean, you could just get it like on the second clip, and then you don't really lose a lot of time.
But if you like set up for it and then you like get it and then fall down in the water, it's like, eh.
Yeah, if you bathtub, it's a lot more of a time loss. Bathtubbing is actually intentionally done in all moons to get purple coins out of bounce. Okay, Jambo having a little bit of trouble there setting up his late clip. Stravos had a really great late clip, no issues. Yeah, Jambo just had a little trouble lining himself up on the corner. Once he was lined up, he was fine and was able to get his clip out of bounds perfectly. But it was just a little bit of time and setup that made the difference. So Strav is going to be talking to this lady, getting a moon, and then he will be leaving Lake on very great pace.
What are the people in this kingdom called?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I just always call them the ladies, or like the afterwards you have to come up to them with certain outfits on, and I just call them the outfit ladies. But I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to Google it.
I'm trying to buff up my my character name repertoire. Lock ladies. I think that's correct.
That might be it.
Sounds right.
Alright, so we're looking about a 19-second difference between Stravos and Jambo leaving Lake. So Stravos is definitely extending out his lead. That lead is by no means untouchable, as anything can happen. However, we have seen him very slowly and incrementally gain his lead out.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to see Jambo's foot like directly on the gas pedal because he is slipping and falling behind like kingdom by kingdom, and it's not looking better for Jambo. Obviously, you could kind of bank on Stravos making a big mistake, but I think that's a losing strategy. Jambo definitely has the moves in order to keep up. So at least do that.
Right, yeah, I mean, he definitely has the skill and talent available to him to keep up with Stravos. Yeah, I mean, Strav is real consistent so far, you're saying in the chat. Like we were mentioning before, Stravos notoriously consistent at races. So, like Saren was mentioning, banking on Stravos making a mistake is usually not a winning strategy.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna bring up the fact that Jambo missed the spin pound out of the shot, but then bringing up an even bigger mistake there, falling down a platform. These things add up really quickly. They don't seem like a lot, right? Like 2 seconds here, half a second there, but over the course of an hour-long run, those half seconds and full seconds end up making up a chunky bit of time as Jambo taking a bonk in the out of bounds movement. Stravos just catapulting ahead here in Wooded.
And Stravos did make like a half a second mistake ledge grab. So his movement isn't frame perfect per se.
Oh no.
I know, it's crazy, right? But, you know, if Jambo puts his foot on the gas and, you know, really gets close to his goals, he could, you know, catch up.
I was, of course, going for that very fancy triple jump on the ramp here. That is some cool movement that I feel like is pretty new. I didn't used to see that very often, and now it seems pretty common.
Yeah, there's like a 70V emote. It's like roll boost. It's like roll. It's really long. Roll boost, roll cancel, double roll boost that saves like 0.5. I definitely said that wrong. But it's really long.
Oh, really?
I think Tyrone made it, yeah.
It's apparently late 2020 strat. I guess just more people are picking it up, so it's more common in my eyeballs. So I guess it's a little like Peepo Pog climbing hardcore treehouse or whatever that other emote is.
Kinda, yeah. Except it's even longer than that. Yeah, that's the one that
roll
NMC
boost
just
FRS
posted.
double roll boost roll cancel triple jump that saves like 0.5. Yeah, I'm now aware of why you did not memorize that name.
A lot of strategies, you know, people have discovered, you know, early on, and people say, oh, that's not RTA viable, so they don't put it into runs. But then people get better, and then, you know, these existing strategies that we knew about, but no one's actually doing, get implemented into runs.
Yeah, if only I was paid $1 every time someone said a strat was TAS and then it got implemented into a run, I would be able
You'd
to
be very
live,
rich.
Yeah, live very nice. Stravos catapulting out of the pipes room here with a very chonky lead still. I would assume that the lead has increased in Wooded Kingdom, although Jambo is doing his darndest for the last little bit here to keep up. Did have a little bit of issues at the beginning.
Jambo had a very good flooded pipe. Super clean. So Strav leaving at 1757-ish.
Spezzy, I would appreciate if you did not expose my hidden identity in the chat room. Thank you. Secret.
Right. Jambo 1816, so that's like 20 seconds behind, 19 seconds. Yeah,
so
about 19.
Jambo actually keeping it pretty close, which is, you know, it's very good to see Jambo not, you know, slipping and falling behind. Because it's really easy to get, you know, a couple of early mistakes that kind of knock out your mentality, and it's all downhill from there, but definitely seems to be staying in it.
I really don't think he lost anything compared to Strav in Wooded, because that was about the difference when they left late. Strav in it.
No comment.
Straving it for Jambo. Straving it up. Oh, it worked. Click on me. You're welcome, Jambo.
Alright, so Lost Kingdom here. Meme tree definitely needs to be clean here. We've seen some pretty high level runners have issues with that. Going for that very fast vault jump. It can be a bit dicey. Stravos making it look easy though. See if Jambo can deliver.
There are a lot of different setups and ways that you can do meme tree, and obviously these runners are going for the fastest, which are, you know, less consistent for your average player. But these aren't no average players, you know? So.
Yeah, definitely not. It definitely looks very, very fluid, right? Like, some other setups, you end up having to, like, go around the other side of the tree and, like, make a full stop, basically. I would almost say that this strat looks more consistent, but that just might be because I watch too much high-level SMO Any %, to be honest.
Yeah, I think if you tried to pick it up, or you had, like, watched some, like, lower level or intermediate level players trying to do the strategy, it would be difficult. Okay, Stravos having a little trouble. Okay, opting not to go for cage triple there. He had a little trouble setting up with the trapedal, so he just decided to stay in place and let the cap throw. So it's going to be a little bit of time lost there for him.
Yeah, Jambo going for the triple jump here, gonna get it. So a nice chunk of time save here. As long as Jambo can collect this moon, make it out without dying, he is looking good for Lost Kingdom, definitely making up time. And Stravos, an earthquake perhaps in his Lost Kingdom, or perhaps just a little bit upset, wiggling the camera. Not sure which one. Right, so Metro Kingdom coming right up. We finally made it. Only had to take 2 pit stops.
Yep, only 2. Cappy only debates you twice. Well, kind of 3 times, because this isn't the Metro Kingdom that was shown in the promotion, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, it wasn't all dark and stormy. You don't actually get that until you're in Day Metro and you beat Mecha Wiggler.
Yeah, Mario seems to have this issue where he shows up to go on vacation and suddenly he has to, like, save the world or princess or goes to jail.
Or gets arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. I mean, this dude deserves a break, I gotta say. Is Jambo having some trouble with the triple jump off the AC unit. It's gonna have to do a backup backflip. Not a huge deal, but when you're behind like this, every second does count even more.
Yeah, imagine showing up and getting arrested straight off, showing up for a vacation, getting arrested like straight off the plane for something you didn't even do. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, that would suck.
And then not getting Peach's objection heard in court, you know?
I mean, why do you need evidence when you have all the evidence in the world? I mean, he kind of looks like the perpetrator, so I mean, case closed,
That was
right?
basically all the evidence they had. Like, he wasn't even in the country when most of it was happening, you know?
Doesn't
You
matter.
think that would be evidence enough, but, you know, I'm no lawyer, so.
Al Delfino works in mysterious ways. Let's see if Stravos is able to knock out a hot 2 cycle here. My guess is probably yes, unless there's some sort of
I would bet
controller
on
malfunction.
yes.
At this level,
I would definitely bet on both of them getting a 2-cycle Mecha Wiggler.
Yeah.
Four cycle. I think a runner would probably just like they'd probably just like
I think you delete your
be
Twitch
like,
channel if that happens.
yeah,
I think that's the
pretty
rule.
much. Yeah. I'm just gonna delete the game off my Switch, throw it in the dumpster,
Oh,
and
man.
then delete my Twitch.
Don't encourage the runners. We've already had players in previous tournament delete their copy of the game off their Switch.
Damn.
It's like the equivalent of like going on Twitter and like posting a video of you throwing your game in the trash can and being like, haha, I showed you. Like, okay.
Okay. Oh, no! We did it. We cursed him. We cursed him. Oh my god.
Jambo, no.
I'm so sorry.
This is such a horrible break for Jambo. Already behind and then eating a 3-cycle Wiggler. That is a bit rough.
Those really should have hit though, too. You know, like his
Yeah.
shots really should have hit there, but they didn't.
Well, there was a force field, right? Because
I know we
put it
cursed
there.
him. I'm sorry.
It was a really strong force field.
Yeah, def robbed for sure. Definitely robbed.
Alright, so Strav rolling into Day Metro. It's finally time for vacation, aka collecting a ton of moons. Solving more problems. Although we're not going to solve any problems because this is any percent and we just don't care about anybody or anything besides Princess Peach. Very tunnel vision.
Well, we care about this bench friends guy.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
him. You know,
Yeah,
we
that's
sit
true.
next to him and be his friend.
Yeah. Screw the rest of the city, but this guy needs a little bit of a chat, you know?
Ooh, missing scoot clip there on the first drive, but able to back it up pretty well though. Strav with the easy spin for 4 notes.
Strav is already heading over to the bullet building as Jambo still has a couple moons and collect slots. Bit of an uphill battle. That 3-cycle wiggler really hurt Jambo.
Right, yeah. Coming out of Lost, he was getting closer because of that mistake that Stravos had with the cage triple. But the 3-cycle wiggler definitely, you know, put a wrench in his side.
Yeah, I think Spezzy is offering to enter the commentary booth, making minor commentary criticisms in the chat room. I'm looking forward to it, Spezzy. I'm glad that you're volunteering again. That's very cool. I can't wait. Honestly, huge fan of Spezzy comms. Not gonna lie. The first time I had Spezzy on, I was not expecting, like, whenever like somebody like pops in the booth, I'm like, all right, this could either be, oh my gosh, Jambo taking a fierce bonk there. That is really, really rough. Jambo starting to show signs of wear, perhaps, from all of this time loss. It is so hard to keep your mentality in check when things are going wrong, and things are going from wrong to worse here, it seems.
Damn, you hate to see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely recoverable, but it's up to Stravos to make some mistakes somewhere, for sure. Like, you can't just outmove Stravos to this degree. It's not possible.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen, and you know, who knows what can happen coming forward. I can't predict the future, so...
Chat already thrown in the towel for Jambo. I don't think that is the case yet.
It's not over till it's over.
Yeah, especially not with 30 minutes of gameplay left to go almost. You've got, like, I think Luncheon is definitely the biggest question mark for me in most races, where I'd be looking for some serious time loss potential. I mean, we've seen players just, like, absolutely mauled, like, lose the turnip, like, very late in the turnip route and then, like, die. Like, there's just, like, so many things that can go wrong in Luncheon, especially when you're going for Spiritless. Oh, and Jambo pulling out all the stops here, going for reverse people's room. Perhaps just wanting to please the people in the audience.
Do it.
Very cool stuff.
Hey, I mean, time save is time save, you know? Right now, you can take any time save you can get. And I know Chad is convinced you know, against Jambo, but I'm not. And even if you are convinced against Jambo, keep in mind the closer you are to your opponent, the more points you get. So, you know, that 1 second could make a difference.
Placements are going to be pretty important heading up into the playoffs. If you do qualify, you know, top 8 and you're 8th place, you're playing against Tyrone round 1 in a, you know, knockout style bracket. That's not really where you want to be.
Nope. That is not where you want to be for sure.
But yeah, even outside of luncheon, like, there's so many places you can lose time. There's so much. Like, this game doesn't let itself to, like, big deaths or anything, but I mean, I hate to bring it up again. I don't think Dance is here, so I'm allowed to bring it up, but Dance's race versus Stravos. Stravos literally said he had no business to win that race. And I think apologized in the booth to Dance at the end, if I remember correctly.
I don't know if I saw that one.
We'll just say that Bowser's was very interesting for Dansta.
Let's see.
The final bracket is going to be double elimination. This tournament is absolutely gruelingly, like, painful for the, like, longevity of the runners, like, in terms of, like, how many runs they have to do. Like, you have 11 races in the standard, like, bracket, and then if you qualify, you have a maximum of, like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, if you make it all the way to the finals and then go through losers, I think you get, like, 6 or 7 more races. So total, you could be playing almost 20 any percent races.
Dang.
Kind of crazy, especially since there's no group stage. Well, I guess this is a group stage. Never mind, I'm stupid. Bezzy apparently predicting the finals in advance. We'll see if that happens. I don't think that Tyrone versus Stravos is out of the question, but I would not be shocked.
Yeah, I would
to
say
see...
I don't think it's impossible that that could be the case. Tyrone, of course, being the current 90% world record holder. Stravos actually won the last SMO tournament here on the Cool Cat Gang. So, you know, it's not impossible prediction. I'd say that's a pretty safe prediction, you know? Where's the Cinderella story?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've seen some,
you know,
pretty fat
that's
upsets
like
on
the
the channel.
prediction that, like, you would look at the stats and stuff and be like, that's the one. But, you know, where's the Cinderella story? I want that.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some upsets. No Cinderella stories, but we've seen some pretty sick upsets on the channel in the last, like, couple months. I don't know if anybody here watches Mario 64, but Slippery Nip getting locked out in losers round 2 of the playoffs in the 16-star tournament was kind of crazy, especially considering it was versus somebody who, you know, had a significantly chunkier time in the category. But Stravos here, perhaps making something happen for Jambo.
No.
Taking a fallen Snowdram, and if there's anything about Snowdram fails, it can tend to pour when it rains. We'll see if the second attempt is good. Looks like it will be.
Let's see. Yep,
okay, doing some style points at the end there.
Very barely made that.
that was like, I'm just gonna hit all the buttons and
and hope it works.
yeah, towards the end there.
Alright, so Strav missing Snowdram on the first attempt, taking the bonk, falling all the way down, losing him a big chunk of time there.
Yeah.
So open the window for Jambo a little bit. Gives him a little bit more room to wiggle with.
Yeah, this is like when you're in, like, middle school and your friend's being a, like, jerk and trying to shut the door, and you, like, throw your jacket in the doorway so they can't shut it. Like, Jambo's, like, literally, like, having to put his foot in the door and, like, stop it.
Alright, Jambo did get Snowdram on first try. So he is going to be saving over Strav on that. We actually saw in our race yesterday, one of the runners actually just forgot Snowdram was a thing and globed early and then went all the way back. So that was fun. Alright, so now we're here in Seaside Kingdom. Seaside, it's not very exciting.
Oh man.
You got fish and dips.
What do you mean? You got this music. This high octane, high intensity music going on.
Oh, for sure.
Gets my
Yeah,
blood
so chat's
pumping.
mentioning we went from about a minute lead to about a 40-second lead for Strav. So that means that probably that failed snowdrum attempt cost him about 20 seconds.
That's Strav going for Wilco clip here, getting it. Very beautiful stuff. Be able to easily stay out of bounds for the rest of the movement. Saves 5-6 seconds or so over not going for it. We'll see if Jambo opts to go for it. I do believe he will. Question mark on whether he'll get it though.
I think he will.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not one of the more difficult clips there are. You know, some of the clips are pretty hard to get, but this one isn't that hard. The one disadvantage of it is that you only get one attempt.
yeah, I mean, if you compare the like percentages, Jambo's sitting at only like 65%, although it does gets out of bounds but does not stay out, and that is an unfortunate time loss. That's a couple of fish bonks tacked onto the normal route. I would say that Jambo's losing somewhere in the realm of like 10 seconds on this movement overall. It's kind of huge.
Yeah, so the disadvantage here, Jambo actually got the clip but was unable to stay out of bounds.
Yeah,
Thank you, commentators, for that curse. Like, why are you criticizing me so much? Damn. Like, I just said I think he'll get it.
I mean, to be fair,
I'm not allowed to have faith.
I think we should be cursing Stravos. I think if you talk about a runner, that's banned, I'm pretty sure, in commentary. Unless you want them to lose. I'm not sure.
So I can't. What am I supposed to talk about?
You're supposed to stay silent. The entire commentary booth.
Okay, then.
According to chat.
Why am I even here?
I'm just saying the rules. I don't know. I don't make the rules. That's what chat says. Jambo here, gonna be collecting this final moon, warping back to the Odyssey. It's a little bit unfortunate that he fell further behind here. But either way, you know, we're still looking for a bigger mistake out of Stravos. He didn't make the snow jam fall, but not quite enough.
Damn, why is chat criticizing me so much? Like, do you want me, like, what do you want me to say? Alright, Strav is in luncheon. Probably gonna go for Spiritless here. See how it goes. Nope, did not go for Spiritless. It almost there looked like he was going to try to go for Spiritless, but then changed his mind.
Yeah,
but that could just be me.
Maybe didn't like the, you know, how the triple jump was looking, or possibly just realized, you know what, I don't even need Spiritless here, why go for it and waste it? But I think judging by the earthquake on Stravos' screen right now, I'm guessing that it wasn't intentional.
Well, he intentionally went into the Spirit Arena from my perspective. Like, he was looking like he was gonna set up for Spiritless, changed his mind, and then said, okay, I'm gonna do Spirit.
Yeah, if Jambo gets Spiritless here, that would actually be pretty huge. A clean Spiritless route would absolutely give Jambo some renewed life here. It's the speed. Looks good to me.
Good arena skip.
Yeah, so that means Spiritless is over, right? That's the hardest part, right?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, no. It's not over until, basically, until the kingdom is done. I think a lot of runners would wish all you have to do is skip the arena, and that would be it. But, not that easy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're more galaxy brain than me on this topic, but in terms of like time save that Jambo could potentially pull out here, how much time save does this route really give?
So if they both played an optimal Luncheon Kingdom, Jambo would save about 10 seconds over Stravos.
That's definitely a healthy chunk of time. I mean, obviously not the huge deficit that we have on the table, but if Stravos were to have a mistake here, or in Bowser's, or anywhere, it definitely could bring this race a little bit closer.
For sure. And even like I talked about the points distribution, 10 points would be a point. And you know, a point is not nothing. So
yeah, for sure. And we see Jambo here, obviously right behind Stravos. Looks can be deceiving, as if you take a look at the moon counter, we are 2 moons down. Stravos is going to have some really, really easy moons, including the multi-moon for free, basically, at the very end. So, you know, hard to really judge it by just the visuals here, but we'll see at the end of the kingdom just how much time
will
is
you
between
please
them.
stop telling me to stop cursing someone? Like, it's getting a little annoying. Thank you.
I don't think Jambo even made, like, a major mistake, did he?
No, he didn't.
I think chat is just chatting. Yeah, please do not bully the commentators. That would be very epic.
You're making the teacher mad. Yep. All right. Jambo's got the turnips. Stravos just got the story moon. And we'll be heading on over to the meat.
Yeah, Jambo here doing a little bit of shopping. Take a little bit of an extra side track here in luncheon if you do skip Stewart. Yeah, what you said, just gonna be climbing the mountain, doing the standard luncheon stuff.
Alright. Jambo's Invisiblock. Fingers crossed.
Oh man.
Single block.
Beautiful.
Nailed it.
Oh. Oh. Okay, that was scary. Falling down there can be
He's
disastrous.
Fine. No worry. You can actually climb this mountain after you hit your butt in the Pepto-Bismol. You can actually get back up.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I've even seen it, but it seems quite difficult. I see a lot of people go for it and then fail. Maybe not super familiar with it, but seems like a pretty hard backup.
I mean, what I'm saying is that even if you fall in, it's not a guaranteed death.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
So Stravos had a pretty okay Luncheon Kingdom considering he did not go for Spearless. You know, he didn't really make any big mistakes. But, you know, he's going to be losing a little bit of time on that compared to Jambo because of the route differences.
Oh man, Ruin Kingdom. This is my favorite kingdom. I don't know about you.
You mean the Urban Arts Kingdom?
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot we have to do the sponsor thing. That's true. Very true. How could I forget about Urban Arts?
Chad, did you know that the Any % League is brought to you by Urban Arts? They're an excellent organization that helps underprivileged students get careers and go to school for video game and web design. You know, you can type !UA in the chat if you want information on them, or !donate if you are available and have the means to donate to the Cool Cat Gang fundraiser for Urban Arts to help fund one of their programs. We would very much appreciate if you could. Hearts.
Nurse making my job incredibly easy, coming in here doing the intro and doing the sponsor plug. I gotta say, much appreciated. I just get to chill and watch some Mario. Do make sure to follow the racers and, you know, the commentators as well. Exclamation point racers, exclamation point comms. I haven't seen the exclamation point racers in the chat. I guess it's probably because everybody already follows both these racers, but if you don't already, you're either lost and confused or you've made a mistake. So just go smack that follow button. Definitely support people that make the races happen. Very important.
And if you're not already following the Cool Cat Gang and you just found yourself here through a raid or whatever, consider following the Cool Cat Gang.
Yeah, I mean, I've been hyping up the like 100 follower milestones for a while, but we're like getting close to the 2,000 follower milestone, which is hype. I'm excited. Get the big 2K, move on to 3K. You know, easy clap.
Hawk, what are we at right now?
1,973 followers.
Only 27 away, folks.
Can we get it this stream? No, kidding.
Maybe. Maybe we could.
If everybody in the stream followed twice. Oh, wait, I don't think that works that way. Or followed half a time? I don't know. Math. That's why we need AC.
Is AC a resident math expert?
Yeah, AC talks a lot about having a math major. I've not seen proof of this,
Gotcha.
but theoretically, AC is excellent at math. Probably better than me since I struggle with basic like addition and subtraction and multiplication and division, or you know, I know how to do them, but you know, best that I don't. Don't even get me started on fractions, but Jambo here and Stravos right now getting started here in the Bowser's Kingdom. That's kind of what I was hyping up earlier. We got a lot of pitfalls, a lot of potential death areas, but Stravos just kind of cruising so far.
The first area that we really look to for difficulty is going to be the bunnies section. So we got Harriet and Topper, you know, two bunnies that we gotta fight to progress. So, you know, it can be difficult to beat them fast. Is Stravos on PB pace? I would say no.
Yeah, I don't believe so, and I cannot tell you for certain. Actually, yes, I can tell you for certain. Stravos could technically PB by 1 second if he tied every single gold he has. So basically, no.
So yeah, the answer there is pretty much no. Yeah, and it's not a dumb question. It's a very regular question. He could still 58, potentially, if he plays well. And you know, these are always, when we're predicting pace, these are always maybes. So... Yesterday, I was pretty certain of a certain pace, and I was wrong. So...
I'm pretty certain that Jambo gets the first 56 this run. I don't know about you, I don't know about chat, but I can feel it in my heart, you know?
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty much just going to get into Moon Kingdom and then be immediately warped to the wire.
Hey, you're not supposed to give away the spoilers.
I'm not. I thought that was in the script.
I don't know, I haven't read the script in a couple weeks, honestly. I've just been winging it. Hope for the best. Don't tell anybody. But Stravos here has entered the Harriet fight. Surely we will see a Sarbamba here. Oh my gosh. We did. Crazy.
Huh? Little bomb floating in the air, just chilling. Gonna smack Harriet in the face.
Wait, is that not how you're supposed to beat the game casually? I thought... I mean, that's how I did it.
Is it? Yeah. No, it's definitely how you're supposed to do it.
Oh, okay, good. Jambo definitely fighting for his life here. Tournament life not on the line by any stretch of the imagination, but gotta imagine it would have been a nice feeling, you know, to come into this one. not the underdog per se, but you know, coming out with a win in a 1v1 no reset race versus Stravos, it's a good feeling. Probably as any runner. I think even Tyrone would probably feel a little bit nervous going into a Strav race.
Yeah, I think anyone would. Even if your PB is better, you know, you still...
Why can't I see some emotes now? Are my emotes fixed?
I don't know.
Pause? Oh, no. Never mind. Only some of them.
Maybe it's like the FFZ ones that you can see or something.
I don't know. I can see some of them. Shoutouts to our fantastic emote czar, Menace Monk, for updating our emotes. I am too much of a boomer to keep up with emotes, so if all the emotes are wrong, yell at Menace Monk. He's kind of into it, so don't feel bad.
Alright, write that down, chat.
Stravos heading up the Pokio wall here. Looking to battle the Mecha Brutal Jambo, significantly behind, but will be heading up there shortly himself. If there's any race to have a, you know, Mech Meltdown on, I mean, Strav, can you deliver? Make this one a close race. Not asking you to throw,
see how
but
this
I mean,
mech goes.
the content. Think about the content.
Looking good so far. Able to land back on top of the mech here in this intermission phase. You know, the mech is basically trying to bug us off, but we're saying no.
Yeah, I mean, we're not even supposed to be on the mech right now.
Nope. Alright, good mech for Stravos. And now blesses for a solid mech for Jambo, please. Can we get some blesses that Saren can't see in the chat? Boom. Nailed it. It was the blesses. I'm just kidding. Jambo's a god gamer. Solid mech for both. Can be heading on into the Moon Kingdom. Final opportunity here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Moon Kingdom not known for its time losses, but especially with one wall Moon Cave skip becoming more common, or like pretty much standard at this point at this level. It can be scary, right? I mean, if you die on one wall Moon Cave skip, like that is a significant chunk of time.
This is true. You know, there are different ways of messing it up. You know, some more costly than others.
Yeah, and I mean, he was going for 2 DSS, so it's kind of hard to, you know, call out, but we did see Tyrone die yesterday in the escape sequence, so...
True.
Certainly nobody is immune from mistakes here as Stravos. Heading off into the Moon Kingdom with those pretty solid vectors. Very good stuff, very beautiful. Tyrone made a mistake? Somebody clip it?
I know. Crazy, right? Alright, single wall for Strav. See how this vault goes. Good.
I don't get it. I'm trying out these so-called commentators' curses, and I haven't been able to hit Stravos with a single one of them. I don't understand. Dude just cruises through every single one. Jambo working on the moon cave himself, but Stravos here is already in the Bowser fight. This is getting to the point of, you know, we're literally just hoping for the Hail Mary if you're a Jambo supporter, right? It's like, all right, please get Inviswalled. But we saw Speed get Inviswalled yesterday and deal with it, so.
True. Yeah. You can get Inviswalled and die and lose 2 minutes, or you can save it
Jambo.
and lose like 20 seconds. Oh no!
Taking a tumble. That is rough.
Yeah, so that's one of those less costly mistakes. Luckily, Jambo did not die. So he lost maybe like 5-10 seconds there. So less costly than a death, for sure.
I like the cinematic cam
optimal
there from Stravos. That was nice.
Yeah, one great thing about this game is it has a very dynamic camera. You can point it lots of different directions, and you can see some pretty cool things sometimes. Yeah, Stravos still on 58 pace here, possible.
Yeah, not quite in the bag, but definitely very much on the table. Just has to have a solid escape, and it is within grasp. Cope in full swing in the chat room. Jambo supporters looking for a 2DSS attempt from Stravos. Here it comes. Okay, no, he's gonna go into the pipe and do 2D skip. Tragic. Jambo supporters in shambles.
Well, I mean, like we said, it's not over till it's over. So, you know, I'm never gonna say that, you know, someone wins or someone loses until they're shooting out of the wire, because you never know.
Yeah, honestly, I think Jambo has this one in the bag. I don't see how Jambo loses this as we enter the cat jam
Jambo
sequence.
can still definitely sub-hour. Can still definitely sub-hour this run.
Yeah, that'd be a W in itself, honestly. Anytime you can draw out a sub-hour is a good time.
Alright, throw some cat jams in the chat. Please.
Or else.
You heard the man. Alright, Jambo is going for 2DSS here. Let's see how
let's
it goes.
go. Oh.
Failed first attempt. Trying for it again.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Damn. He was like 3/4 of the way up there.
Yeah, I was a believer. I thought it was gonna work. Chat just didn't believe hard enough. I blame chat.
Fair. Alright, 28-44 for Stravos96, taking the win here in this race against Jambo. GG to him.
Yeah, but don't go anywhere because there is another cat jam sequence. Hot and ready.
Coming right now.
Perfect timing.
Jambo here in the Pillars realm could potentially still 59 this. See how these pillars go. Keep our fingers crossed for him. You know, we'll love to see sub-hours. You know. We want to see him get as close to Stravos as time as possible to get as much points as he can. Yep, definitely sub-hour here. 59.50 for Jambo. Just over a minute off Stravos. Still an excellent time and an excellent run from both racers. 2 sub-hours, one race. Perfect. G heckin' G.
Very beautiful. And I'm guessing we're going to get some interviews here. It looks like we have both Jambo and Stravos waiting to get into the interview booth. Very cool stuff. Oh, man.
Let's go.
I might have missed... No, I think we have one more week 10 race, but... It's almost the last week. It's almost the last week of regular play, which is kind of crazy. Like, we're almost there.
That is crazy.
It somehow feels like we just started, even though it's literally been 2 months, but we are here. It honestly flew by. Like, I'm kind of shocked that we're already at the end here of the regular
66
season.
to 24 points. Thank you, Matt.
You love to see it. Oh, Anime sent me the emote in the restream chat. I appreciate that, Anime.
Oh.
Alright, so Jambo and Stravos now in the booth with us. Jambo, coming up a little bit short today, but how do you feel about your race overall?
My race overall was good. I mean, there's only so much I can do with obviously the amount of runs that I'm doing at the moment, which is obviously entirely my own fault. But yeah, I mean, the run itself was good. My Metro overall was like 50 off my sum of best. The 3 cycle definitely didn't help, but it was a mistake that I could have definitely avoided. So yeah, I mean, the pattern did still overlap, but it's like, if I'd have practiced it more beforehand, I might have come up against that situation before and would have then known how to deal with it. So yeah, that one's on me. And then Day Metro was quite bad, I think. I messed up bullet building as well, which, yeah, it is how it is, really.
Well, a lot of people in chat were actually saying that you got robbed with your 3 cycle, Michael Wiggler, that you hit it at least twice.
Wow, yeah, I mean, there is that. I think it's like, obviously a large portion of my own fault as well, because if I was a bit further back, I would have been able to aim higher, and I would have been able to take out that last bubble. But yeah, I mean,
with how the hitboxes work, you have to make sure that the only hitbox you're hitting is the one you need to hit. If you hit multiple at the same time, it'll just prioritize the ones you've already hit. So you need to make sure that the only hitbox you're hitting is the one that's still alive. So yeah, once you're used to that, you can start seeing whether or not, you know, you should have gotten it and stuff like that. It's just hard sometimes anyway. Like, sometimes they're perfectly overlapping if something stupid happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's just...
We got Stravos coming in with that game knowledge here, veteran racer. Stravos, you got the 58. Excellent race. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, that was a legitimate PB attempt for the first half. Obviously,
Until snow.
I missed Snowgram. So at that point, I just sort of chilled out a bit and just went for a strong race time. But yeah, I could have PB'd that. I'm even prepared to do Spiritless now, but my setup for that was kind of weird, and I just... it was funny.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did you purposely go into the Spirit Arena? Because that's what I thought, but Saren didn't believe me. So.
Yeah, so I wasn't planning to do Spirit Route originally. Like, I was going to do Spiritless, but my setup for the jump, I didn't have very much speed, so I just decided, you know, I don't want to struggle with any sort of backup to do Spiritless, because I don't know them very well. I'm just going to do Spirit Route. So, yeah, that was my decision there. But
that's
that
what I
seaside, yeah, that seaside was amazing though. I recently changed from double bonk chest dip to single bonk, because I've actually had a lot of problems with double bonk. I've missed it in races. I've missed it like pretty much every run I do, and I finally just started trying stuff, and apparently I'm better at single bonk anyway. I'm really consistent at it, so I'm saving like a second now, and I'm getting really good C-sides. So it's very nice actually.
Pog, PB on the horizon, maybe. That's
Mhm.
why you need to follow the runners chat, ! Racers.
Agreed.
All right, anything else that Jambo or Stravos you want to say about the tournament? Luckily, Jambo, you did manage to get 24 points here for coming within 60 seconds. So the point distribution is going to be 66-24.
Yeah, but
And I think Jambo goes against Lightron next, and that match is actually kind of big for deciding point totals for both of them. That final match for both of them is gonna decide their seeding.
Yeah, I think me and Lightrun are actually in like really similar positions. I thought I was actually a lot higher up on the rankings than I was until I checked about, an hour or so ago. So yeah, I do kind of need a win against Lightrun, or I'm going to be possibly against you again in the quarterfinals. So
Yeah, like
yeah,
I was
we'll see.
debating losing on purpose just to make sure you got the points so I can go against Lightron later.
Damn, that strategy.
oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's why I made all those mistakes. I didn't want to win by too much,
Throwing
yeah,
on purpose?
true.
Damn.
Believable.
Wanted to make sure Jambo got some more points there.
All right, well, we are going to close things off for today. I have another race to restream this week sometime. I haven't thrown on the schedule yet, so I can't tell you when that's going to be. It'll be sometime before the weekend, so look out for that. But yeah, we will go to a little break, learn a little bit about UAP, and then we're going to raid King Carmen. That is extremely loud. But yeah, King Carmen doing some streams, going for 57 apparently, so that's kind of sick. Everybody stick around for that, and we will see you next time.